Definitely.
Listen to this. I want to do a little quick. Let's do a little quick rundown. The World Cup just finished. Italy won. Congratulations to everybody. You know, all the
Congrats.
Italians.
Yes,
Big up
yes.
the Italian them.
Yes.
But they won because three footballers lost the penalty kick. They missed the penalty shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Three of them, three black kids
And what happened
lost
to them?
and they were berated by a bunch of English people calling them names, racist, every
racism
slur out the
is
book. I
insane.
watched something where
Yeah.
like other people like from different countries, you know, they were, you know, of the opposite color. They missed shots, but they never got that kind of flack. But the three youth, oh my God, they treated them the worst. How does that look on the presentation of England itself? As a football company, even as a country itself. How does that look on the presentation? Because it's the same thing, right?
That's for us to even go into that, yo. That's a deep rabbit hole to go down. But it says a lot about the country. It says a lot about what people place value on. Humanity versus a sport. Even though there's a lot of money invested into it, and there's a country that is backing it, because you know England, they always want to be the powerhouse. Just
They are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The pound is crazy.
And especially in Europe too. Especially in Europe,
yeah.
they want to be like, yo, we're those guys. You understand? And
yeah.
so they would go hard to be. Think about it. To be England being beaten by Italy, that's a topic for the next 4 years, yo. In the football world,
Yeah.
amongst football fans, that's a big topic to talk about. You, as a Brit, you can't come around me. You can't say to me like, "Oh, you know, we're better off than you." Yeah, you're better. You're a stronger country than we. You guys have stronger infrastructure as a country. But guess what? We're better than you guys when it comes to soccer, though. And soccer is super important when it comes to the European culture. So it's a lot that goes into it, and what you're saying, yo, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy that.
I mean, it's all good with the competition. I mean, that's all friendly competition. Is the back and forth, and it's all
And
good.
the
That's where the
racism
fun
that
or
gets
whatever.
into there.
But the racism that gets into it, yo, listen, those guys are not your puppets. Like, you don't treat them like that. Because
human
if they
first,
won, you would have never said anything because you benefited from that. Like, what are you trying to say?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then I don't know if the owners of the team said anything. I don't know. I know the prime minister was talking about blocking something about social media or whatever and trying to like track down the people. Yeah, because it makes them look bad.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Like really bad. Like it has no place.
Especially us now coming out of COVID where so much people die. We're supposed to be as the world right now is supposed to be very connected.
You would
connected.
have thought that you would learn something, right?
After we went through so much craziness in this COVID pandemic, man, and now we're having soccer competition, the first major competition. Well, besides NBA, right? But we know soccer is more universal than basketball.
Right?
Of course it is.
So, and then even though it's Euro Cup, you're still going to get fans from all over the world.
Of course,
of course.
You would think that
there's no fans like football fans,
Exactly.
like soccer,
like
football.
Soccer fans, But and you think that the sport would bring us together, yo, and show love and, you know, all these different things. But here we are again, yo, right back where we started, yo. And it was poor, man. It was poor. But shout out to Italy, yo. England probably next time. And shout out to all Italians, yo, in the city, yo, in Toronto, all over Canada. I know you guys are definitely celebrating, yo.
I love lasagna.
Yeah, we love the pizza.
I love spaghetti. I love fettuccine alfredo.
Even on that note, yo, I mean, like driving down the highway for the last week was crazy, bro. Everyone had their Italian flags up. I hardly see any British flag, to be honest.
Bro, I seen a Sri Lankan in the Italian parade representing Italy.
I love it though. I love the spirit though. I love it. I love it. Yeah. After everything is like to see that is like a breath of fresh air. Like there's some like
it was dope.
Joy in the
city
place.
soon free up.
It's definitely dope.
City soon free up.
Definitely.
That's what we're about here on the Come Up, man. We just here, like, you know, we're about just educating people, giving everybody, you know, some game on as far as the process when it comes to moving from point A to point B, you know, and just being able to give people, you know, knowledge and insight on stuff, you know, information. We're basically an information hub, if you could put that out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
you know,
it. Yeah.
What else we have on
I think we got a couple of shout outs, right?
Oh yeah. Yes. We're gonna shout out. First, a shout out Yogi Digital.
Yeah.
Most
Young
definitely.
camera guy doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? You work with Yogi a lot.
Shout out Yogi, yeah. Definitely shout out Yogi, yo.
Yogi,
That's my
yeah.
guy, buddy. Respects, yo, on all the work that we've done together when it comes to, if you've seen my videos or anything like that, yo, he's the guy behind it.
That's
100%, yo. He's been doing some great work, yo.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely recommend him, guys. Go check him out.
That's
Shout out
it.
to Yogi
And my niece, I mean my goddaughter, my niece, my daughter, whatever. She DJ Love Jones, man.
DJ Love Jones. What up?
Love
She's
Jones.
about to be on Honey Jam in August.
Shout out to Honey
so,
Jam. Yeah.
you know, y'all
That's
tune into
major.
that.
That's
Yeah,
major.
man.
Yeah.
And she's
Very
not even
good
supposed
platform.
to. It's from like 14. She's 12, you know. So
Oh,
they,
wow,
they heard
really?
her. They heard her, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna send to the show around her.
Nice. The platform's been there for a very long time, and it's really
And
good
she-
platform, you know.
She's
Yeah,
talented,
yeah,
yo. I
yeah.
heard some of
Yeah.
her stuff.
Yeah.
She's on her way, though.
She
definitely-
DJs, she
That's
raps.
amazing.
She definitely
Her new single's out, Fresher Than You. It's out right now, and we're working on the video. It's gonna come out soon, and her new song, "Protecting All Children," is coming out too. We're working on that
Nice.
video. That's the song
Nice.
that we're gonna do at Honey Jam. You know, because of the whole. I mean, we wrote this song before the bodies came out of the ground, but
Wow.
we gotta protect all children regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
'Cause every child matters, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, all children matters.
Guys, just
Absolutely.
even before we even get into the other stuff, yo, I just wanted to touch really quickly on Tory's story, yo.
Oh yes.
Tory
Oh, yeah,
Lanez
yeah.
story.
He has a
Like,
good come up
we're
story.
here,
Yeah.
We're talking about the come up, and we're talking about different things that contribute to the come up, and we wanted
Mm-hmm.
to highlight Tory Lanez, his come up story, at least a bit of it. Just want to dive into it and just kind of dissect some things when it comes to his story and him moving from corporate or being signed to a major label
Mm-hmm.
to him being indie and owning his own label right now. Big shout out to Tory for that. And what you guys think about that though? Yeah, we think about him leaving the major and going independent, yo.
Whether it's a leave thing or a drop thing,
Yeah.
well, I don't know contract wise, but I mean being independent, obviously, and getting the love that he got through the majors, it allowed him to move independently and still move units, because now everything that the major would have got a cut out of, they don't, right? So now when Umbrella gets more of the pie, right, they'll probably get 80%. They still have distribution with I think CMG Create Music Group, and Create Music Group probably take a 10 as or 20 as, just for the distribution aspect. But I mean, at least Tory Lanez's name can sell itself, regardless of
Right.
the situation he was put in. At least he can still move units, and that's obviously due to the fact that he was pushed by a major, right? His song, what's that? Do You Love Me? That song, what's that song? Anyways, that song that he dropped with Brownstone or whatever.
In the beginning?
In the first song, that got him his deal.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It did well.
That
too.
was on the
Was
Chicks
number
tape,
one,
right?
too.
It was on a Chicks tape. He got signed due to that,
Right.
and then he dropped his albums or whatever he did, and he did well. I would say he maintained a level of stardom as his journey went through. Then he left his label, or he got dropped or whatever, and then he still was able to push units. He still was able to sell records, and that's the important thing, is being able to do that after the fact.
Yeah.
Because if
yeah.
you leave a label and you don't sell records, then
You're missing out on something. Yeah.
something
You're
happened.
missing
Like,
something.
what the heck
But I
happened
think
to
he has
you?
his fans down lock. Like he knows
He has
who's
his cult following,
following.
and he'll
his
push
fans.
towards his
Yeah.
fan base, and that's important, even as
Yeah.
an artist coming up.
Yeah.
Knowing where your target market is, where your audience is, and attack.
Yeah.
Right?
I think with Tory, Tory strike goal, yo, to be honest, yeah. Just being able to leave a major, and he did 5 projects with them, and he owns his masters for the 5 projects. He owns his publishing. That's for an artist, that's more than gold. It's like diamond. To own your publishing, to own your masters after being signed to a major, and 5 projects, anything that goes out, movies, TV shows, advertisement, it's 100% his own, yo. That's on his publishing, yo, and that's huge. That's one part of it, though. And then to leave a major at a point in your career where you're still at your peak, you're still hot, Like, you know,
That would be the best time,
Your
yeah.
fan base is super strong. So all that attention that the major gave them over the years, and we could get into that more too, because he has certain things that he said surrounding that. But all that attention that he got from them, all the marketing that they did, the distribution, he now walked away with all of that and more. You understand? Even when he had the quarantine radio thing coming up, that helped that helped boost his platform and stuff like that.
It did.
And so he walked away with gold basically, and now he has the opportunity now to own everything. Plus, he has his own label, One Umbrella, that he probably has about, I would say, 5 or 6 artists on that he signed. You understand? And they're pretty much, at least I can speak for 2 of them, they're doing pretty much good. Melly and the next chick, I can't remember her name, but they're doing pretty good. So for him, Tory's like one of the I would say one of the biggest examples that you could leave a major and come over on the independent side of things and do well. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You do well on the majors,
Industry,
or
exactly.
or
That's true.
half decent at least.
I was getting done. That's what I was getting
Right?
to.
Your name must be out there. And I think the advantage for him, and, you know, and not to really go into details from the beginning, but like he understands the process. Like he hustled his way all the way through.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's with that
yes.
skill set, and then you're up there, and now you're independent. You know, or you already know what it's like.
Yeah.
So to push and push and push and push, you have to succeed.
One of the staying power for him is that he has a core fan base, yo.
Yeah.
That's
what
what has him where he's at, right? He has a core fan base.
Yeah.
Whether he goes left or he goes right, that fan base is going with him. And I would encourage any upcoming artist, yo, find your audience. As small as it is, find your audience and cater to your audience, because guess what? Typical example, let's use Boyz II Men, yo. They probably haven't put out an album in the last 3-4 years, and some of this generation don't even know who Boyz II Men is.
Yeah, that's true.
But these guys could still go on world tours and sell out
absolutely.
arenas, sell out stadiums,
Absolutely.
sell out, you know, all these big places just because they had a core fan base from before. Same thing with the Eileys brothers, as old as they are. They have a core fan.
Yeah.
Your
That's
grandmother,
classic.
your grandmother and she's sister and she
Whatever. And you know what's funny with those two is that, you know, you hear a lot of samples in a lot of the existing music, right? So it goes on. You're like, yes, he goes on and on and on, right?
Because what happens, like, you sample one of those older songs, it boosts the sale for the older song, for the older artists as well too. Because some DJs like to play them back to back.
I love that.
You know,
Yeah.
show people the origin of it. But yeah, though, like, it's super important that you find your core audience. This for all indies, period. Find your core audience and cater to your core audience. Eventually, it's gonna grow, and
once you have that relationship with your fans, right?
And if you decide to go major after that, then you have a bigger bargain to walk into that room.
You have
that
leverage.
major, that corporation, more leverage.
That's the word.
To bargain on you know what you want to do as far as what type of contract you want to sign and what type of percentage you want to go with. So that's super important, you know, for all indies,
for anything.
All creators across the board, yo. So big up to all indies, all independent people out there.
Definitely.
Big shout out to you guys. Like, you know, I personally want to tell you guys, yo, keep hustling, keep grinding. You understand? Keep, as Tanya said, keep being consistent. Stay in people's eyes. Stay in the. Some things requires that. Sometimes you need to pull back and take a break and reassess.
Of course,
reassess your
you definitely need that.
presentation.
Hell yeah!
But once you get your presentation up and going, stay consistent. Keep on grinding. Keep your eyes ahead of you, because sometimes you might be looking at the response that you're getting on social media and it might be a lot, and you get discouraged and you think, like, you know, you're investing money and you're wondering like you're not getting that feedback. That's okay, yo.
That's okay. Don't get discouraged.
There's tons of stories of successful people who went through that same process and they still came out on top. That's just part of the process.
It only takes one you know.
And it can make you, it could break you at the same time.
Yeah.
It's all what you want out of it. And you have to understand that comes with the process, you know. We could go into so much people, from Colonel Sanders to Eddie Murphy to Michael Jordan to Nipsey Hussle. There's so much success stories or so much come up stories that we could elaborate on that would show you that, yo, this is part of the package, and you have to just
It's part of the journey. Like I
Yeah.
was listening to Rose.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rose, yeah. And he was saying like he grinded for like 10 years before even like seeing anything
yeah,
for
yeah,
his music wise, right?
for
So,
sure.
the grind, it could be discouraging at times and frustrating, and it's a long time, but
And yet the funny thing about that 10 years when he wasn't seeing anything, he was in our eyes. He was
Still,
we were seeing him making moves, and we were thinking like, yo, Rick Ross. But realistically, he wasn't where he wanted to be yet, though.
Exactly.
He was making coins, just getting that bag, but it was nothing compared to,
where he is now.
Where he is now and what he actually wanted, yo. So
Yeah.
it's super important that you stay on your grind, stay on your hustle, stay consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Keep pushing. Even if you're not getting the response, keep pushing, and then eventually you would find your core audience, and they would log in. Though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sharpen
They
your
could
craft.
definitely add to that being an entrepreneur and being a businessman. It's
You gotta find as an indie or a creator or entrepreneur, you gotta find that thing that that's going to be successful. It could be anything. It might not even be what you want to do. It might be the secondary thing. You go into it selling candles, but you come out selling hats, and selling hats is your forte, and you didn't even realize until you started selling like 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you just gotta you do your thing, and you do other things. But I mean, like, we can get into more of that on a later episode in terms of like how to, like, I guess there's different streams and different avenues and the different things you could do, and not just being someone that's just doing one thing.
Yeah, not be boxed into one thing or like,
Because a successful person does many things.
Right.
They got many streams.
And they never stop learning either.
And they never stop learning. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's definitely some key points. On that note, guys, we are the Come Up again. I am QMAJUR. This is DJ Las Vegas. This is Tanya. Thank you guys for viewing. Stay tuned for us next week, yo. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share it with someone. Share it with a friend.
You can subscribe if you want, but make sure y'all like, because it helps the algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And comment. Let us know what we could do better, what we can do less of, more of. Different topics you guys want us to talk about. I mean, we got a lot of knowledge. Just between the three of us, we got mad knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. And we are here just to give you guys a lot of information as possible, because we know that people have dreams, goals, and they have different things that they're trying to aspire to be, but not everyone has the knowledge. Not everyone has the information, and that's the base of our podcast, to be able to give you guys as much information and equip you guys with every tool that you need to accomplish your dreams, accomplish your goals, and everything like that. All of us, we're entrepreneurs, we're indies, we are creatives, just like you. And all of us are in the process from moving from point A to point B. So as we achieve, we share our stories with you guys as well. We share information with you guys, and we give you guys everything that we have to make sure that you become successful in whatever that you're doing, Tanya.
Yeah, and share yours too in the comments. Let us know that what you have going on. So we can like peep that and just support you in your journey as well, because we're learning too. So we would love to hear from you.
That's it.
Definitely.
All right.
Yo, guys, it was nice. This is the Come Up Podcast, our first episode. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to be coming in with episode 2, and it's going to be fun. Thank you guys for viewing, and God bless. Peace.
Peace.
Me and my clique and my bros started with nothing but dreams and a goal. Yeah, we used to sleep on the road before we started selling out these shows. Yeah, they used